Welcome to our Homegrown Parent Deep Dives, where we explore the fears, habits, and beliefs that shape how we show up, not just as parents, but as people. We know parenting isn't easy, and sometimes it feels like the struggles outweigh the wins. That's why we're here, to help you uncover the patterns holding you back, embrace a growth mindset, celebrate your progress, and grow into the parent and person you've always wanted to be. If this resonates with you, hit subscribe, check out the links below, and visit homegrownparent.com for more tools and support. Let's take this journey together, one deep dive at a time.
We are going to get really up close and personal with sibling dynamics today.
Ooh.
But not like, typical textbook stuff.
Yeah.
We are diving into a real-life parent's journal
Right.
as they navigate the trenches of raising two young boys.
Okay.
So think of this as like a master class in parenting,
I like that.
where the lessons learned just might revolutionize your own approach.
I think what makes this source so compelling is just the rawness and honesty
Yeah.
and those like little aha moments, right? It's not about presenting a perfect picture of parenting,
Right.
but more about the messy and chaotic reality
Yeah.
and the ingenious strategies that this parent discovers along the way.
Okay, so let's set the scene.
Okay.
We have got two brothers, 4 and 6 years old.
Oh, yeah.
Classic recipe for a power struggle.
Yeah.
The older one is in his Lego zone, building this masterpiece,
Of course.
and the younger one wants in on the action.
Yeah. And this is where the tension really starts to simmer. The younger brother's attempts to connect are, we'll say, a bit disruptive,
Yeah.
grabbing Legos,
Uh-huh.
maybe even dismantling a few creations.
Okay.
It's a familiar scene, I think, for anyone who has witnessed sibling dynamics in action.
Totally. And so the parents' first instinct
Yeah.
to restore order,
Makes sense.
they turn off the TV, hoping to create a calmer atmosphere
Right.
and introduce a no Lego rule.
Okay. Sounds logical, right?
Yeah, the logic is there, but the outcome is very surprising.
Yes.
Instead of separating the boys, this restriction sparks unexpected creativity, denied access to the Legos.
Right.
The younger brother starts playing with larger blocks.
Oh.
And before you know it,
Yeah.
he's pulled his older brother into a collaborative baiting project.
Talk about an unintended consequence.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. It's a brilliant example of how sometimes a little redirection
Yeah.
can be more powerful than a direct intervention. Exactly. And what's fascinating is how the parent uses this opportunity to teach the older brother about the importance of relationships.
Okay.
They frame this shared building experience as practice
Wow.
for navigating future connections.
Yeah.
Subtly instilling this valuable life lesson.
So they're not just managing the immediate chaos.
Right.
They're planting seeds for the future.
Exactly.
Pretty clever.
I know, right?
I like it.
And that's the beauty of these deep dives.
Yeah.
We're not just observing,
Yeah.
we're extracting strategies that can be applied to countless parenting scenarios.
But as we all know, peace rarely lasts forever in a household with young children.
This is true.
The younger brother, true to his impulsive nature,
Right.
decides it's time to demolish the creation,
Oh, no.
sending the older brother into an emotional tailspin.
This is where the parent's response is particularly insightful.
Yeah.
Instead of resorting to punishment or dismissing the older brother's feelings,
Right.
they get down to his level. Acknowledge his frustration and gently remind him
Yeah.
of the joy they experienced while building together.
It's like they're coaching him through this emotional roller coaster,
Yeah,
validating his feelings while also nudging him towards a more mature perspective.
precisely. And the result?
Yeah.
Instead of a meltdown,
Yeah.
the older brother finds a creative outlet.
Oh.
He decides to draw the structure before allowing his younger brother to knock it down.
Talk about emotional intelligence in action.
Right.
He's finding a way to process his feelings and preserve a memory of his creation
Right.
before letting go.
And this seemingly small act has a ripple effect.
Oh.
Intrigued by his brother's drawing, the younger one joins in.
Ah.
And soon they're both engrossed in mapping the structure.
So cool.
What started as a potential conflict transforms into this shared creative experience.
It's amazing how a parent's response can just shift the entire dynamic.
Right.
But as we're about to see, sibling rivalry has a knack for rearing its head in unexpected ways.
Oh, yeah. Always.
This time, it's the older brother who who triggers the conflict.
Yeah.
He starts hoarding the blocks,
Okay.
offering only limited quantities and specific colors to his younger brother.
And predictably, this doesn't sit well with the younger brother.
Yeah.
He resorts to physical aggression,
Oh,
hitting his older brother,
yeah.
launching a few blocks in his direction.
Classic sibling power struggle.
Totally.
But here's where the parents' observation skills come into play.
Okay.
They notice the older brother's posture.
Uh-huh.
His back is turned towards his younger brother,
Yeah.
a subtle but telling sign of a closed-off attitude.
And instead of focusing solely on the physical aggression,
Right.
the parent wisely addresses the root of the problem.
Okay.
The older brother's communication style and the hoarding behavior that likely triggered the outburst.
Right.
It's about recognizing those nonverbal cues and addressing the underlying tension.
So it's not just about stopping the fight.
Right.
It's about understanding the dynamics that led to it in the first place.
Hey.
That's pretty insightful.
And this approach speaks volumes about proactive parenting.
Yeah.
By teaching children to communicate their needs and boundaries effectively,
Right.
we're equipping them with skills that'll serve them well beyond sibling squabbles.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying, hey, let's not just react to the explosion. Let's figure out where the fuse was lit.
Right. And, the younger brother's aggression,
Yeah.
it leads to a timeout,
Okay.
which the parent uses not as a punishment,
Right.
but as a chance for both boys to cool down
Yeah.
and process what happened.
Makes sense.
What's key here is that the parent explains the reason for the timeout to both children,
Okay.
reinforcing fairness and transparency.
So even in the heat of the moment,
Right.
there's this consistent thread of communication
Yeah.
and teaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive, honestly.
It really is, and it highlights this crucial point.
What's that?
Parenting isn't just about reacting to the immediate situation.
Oh.
It's about constantly laying the groundwork for future growth and understanding.
Okay, but let's be real.
Yeah.
All this proactive parenting takes energy.
Right.
The source even mentions the parent struggling to find time for basic tasks
Sure.
amidst this whirlwind of sibling dynamics.
Yeah.
Any insights on that front?
Well, what's insightful here is the parent's realization
Okay.
that it's not about finding huge chunks of time,
Uh-huh.
but rather capitalizing on those small pockets of calm.
Yeah.
When the kids are momentarily engrossed in play,
Okay.
those 5 or 10 minutes can be gold for getting things done.
So it's about being strategic.
Totally.
Almost like a ninja parent.
I love that.
Slipping in those chores or emails
Right.
while the kids are in their own little world.
Exactly. It's a mindset shift.
Yeah.
Instead of waiting for a perfect break,
Right.
it's about recognizing and utilizing those mini opportunities throughout the day.
But amidst all this time management and conflict resolution,
Yeah.
how does the parent actually connect with the kids on an individual level?
Right.
It seems like they'd be craving attention after all the back and forth.
Well, that's where scheduled connection time comes in.
Okay.
The source emphasizes how even short bursts of dedicated attention,
Uh-huh.
just 5 or 10 minutes of focused play or conversation, can have a huge impact.
And the kids actually respond to that.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
The source mentions the kids talking about these short bursts of quality time with
Yeah.
excitement,
Wow.
like they were major events.
That's so cool.
It shows that even amidst the chaos, these moments of connection create lasting memories.
It's like a reminder that it's not about quantity,
Right.
but quality.
Exactly.
Those 5 or 10 minutes when you're truly present and engaged
Yeah.
can speak volumes to a child.
Absolutely. And that's reflected in the source's description of a zombie game
What?
that the parent plays with the kids.
Yeah.
It's a silly, playful activity, but it generates laughter, physical interaction, and pure joy.
And that joy is contagious.
Oh, for sure.
It brings everyone together even after a morning of conflict and timeouts.
Exactly. It highlights the power of play in fostering connection and emotional well-being.
Yeah.
And it's something that can be easily integrated into those pockets of time we talked about earlier.
So it's like a double win.
Totally.
You're getting things done and creating these positive shared experiences.
Uh-huh.
This parent is on to something.
They really are. And this brings us to a crucial point.
Okay.
Even amidst the demands of parenting,
Yeah.
it's vital to recognize that self-care isn't selfish.
Right.
It's essential.
Because if you're burnt out,
Right.
you can't be the best parent you can be.
Exactly.
But how does that fit into this whole scenario?
Well, the source mentions the parent using those stolen moments of calm
Yeah?
to catch up on personal tasks.
Oh, okay.
It's a reminder that taking care of yourself,
Uh-huh.
even in small ways, can have a ripple effect.
So that 5 minutes to do the dishes or respond to an email
Yeah.
isn't just about checking things off a list.
Right.
It's about recharging your batteries so you can be more present and engaged with your kids.
Exactly. And when you model self-care,
Yeah.
you're also teaching your children a valuable lesson
Yeah.
about balance and well-being.
This whole deep dive is making me rethink my approach to parenting, honestly.
Really?
It's like a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Those small moments, those stolen 5 or 10 minutes,
Right.
can actually be transformative.
They absolutely can be.
Wow.
It's about shifting your perspective,
Uh,
recognizing the power of those seemingly insignificant interactions.
and about realizing that we as parents aren't superhumans.
Yeah.
We need those pockets of time to recharge, to reconnect, and to simply breathe.
Absolutely. It's about finding that delicate balance
Yeah,
between meeting our own needs and nurturing the needs of our children.
right.
And what's fascinating about this source is how the parent seems to have intuitively discovered that balance.
It's like they've cracked the code of mindful parenting.
Totally.
And speaking of cracking codes,
Yeah.
I'm curious to hear your big takeaway from all this. What should our listeners be taking away from this deep dive?
I think it boils down to this: we often get caught up in the big picture of parenting,
Yeah,
the milestones, the challenges, the long-term goals.
right.
But what this deep dive reveals is the power of those small, seemingly insignificant moments.
Those 5 or 10 minutes that often get overlooked in the chaos of daily life.
Exactly. It's about recognizing those moments as opportunities.
Yeah.
Opportunities to connect, to teach, to recharge, to simply be present with your children.
It's almost like a reframing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Instead of seeing those moments as interruptions,
Right.
we start to see them as like the building blocks of a strong family dynamic.
Precisely. And that's where a growth mindset comes in.
Okay.
It's about approaching parenting with a sense of curiosity,
Uh-huh.
flexibility, and a willingness to learn from both our successes and mistakes.
So it's not about striving for perfection,
No.
but rather about embracing the messy, unpredictable nature of parenting
Right.
and finding those pockets of growth amidst the chaos.
Exactly. And that's why we wanted to highlight some fantastic resources for our listeners
Oh, cool.
who are eager to delve deeper into this growth mindset approach to parenting.
Okay.
In the episode info, you'll find a link to the Growth Mindset newsletter,
Okay.
which is specifically designed for parents.
Cool.
It's packed with practical tips, inspiring stories, and actionable strategies
Wow.
for fostering resilience, adaptability, and a love of learning in your children.
And for those who enjoy journaling and self-reflection,
Yes,
we also highly recommend the Growth Mindset Parenting Journal.
absolutely.
It's a wonderful tool for exploring your own parenting values, setting intentions, and tracking your progress
Right.
on this incredible journey of personal and family growth.
I love that.
These resources are like a toolkit for mindful parenting,
Yeah.
helping you navigate those everyday moments with more intention and awareness.
And as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
we want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
Amidst the sibling squabbles, the tantrums, the seemingly endless cycle of conflict and resolution, remember that these are not just moments of chaos.
Yeah.
They are opportunities for growth, connection, and learning.
It's like that old saying,
What's that?
the days are long, but the years are short.
Oh, yeah.
We get so caught up in surviving the day-to-day
Right.
that we sometimes miss the magic in those small moments.
Absolutely. And what we've learned from this parent's journey
Right.
is that those small moments can have a profound impact.
Okay.
A 5-minute game of zombies, a 10-minute drawing session, a few minutes of focused conversation while doing the dishes.
Right.
These are the moments that weave the fabric of family life.
And it's not just about the time we spend with our kids.
Right.
It's about using those small pockets of time when they're getting along
Yeah.
to take care of ourselves as well.
Yes.
Because let's face it,
Yeah.
a refreshed and recharged parent is a better parent.
So true. It's about finding that balance, that rhythm that allows us to nurture both our children's needs and our own.
This deep dive has been a real eye-opener for me.
Yeah.
It shifted my perspective on what truly matters in parenting.
And we hope it's done the same for our listeners.
Yeah.
Remember, you don't need grand gestures or elaborate activities to create lasting connections.
Right.
It's those small, everyday moments that truly shape the family narrative.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep growing, both as parents and as individuals.
To show our appreciation for you as our listener, we've linked to some free resources to support you on your journey. Check out the links below and subscribe for more deep dives where we'll go deep on the issues that matter most to you. If you have a specific topic you'd like covered, leave a comment below and we'll do our best to help out. So until next time, stay calm, appreciate the moment, and look deep inside where you'll see yourself and your child.